What's going on, guys? I'm sorry about that live earlier. It's buffering. I tried to do it through it's not working with me. So I'm sorry. So I did it through YouTube this time. So guys, let as you come in, let me know if you can hear me. So guys, I see some people in. Can you hear me? How's the mic? Is the mic hitting? I got a great video for you today, or great stream. I appreciate y'all tuning in to me. It's a little buffy. Okay. So I'm gonna keep working with it, bruh. Hopefully it should catch up. I'm doing it a different way this time. Hey, Matt, I appreciate you, bro. I need you, man. I'm glad you let me know what's going on. I'm doing it a different way this time. Is it getting better, Matt? And let me know if you can hear me too, Matt. I appreciate that, Matt. I appreciate that, bro. Is it still buffering? Okay. See, I'm gonna have to work on something. I'm glad you let me know that, man. I'm gonna have to do something different. Don't worry about it, guys. I'm gonna do something different because I gotta be able to go live. But Matt, every Blue Moon, as I get started, man, I'm gonna give a little about give some people some time to get in. But as I get started, let me know, man, if it gets better, or if it gets worse, or if it stays the same, bro. But I appreciate this. It's this daggum camera, man. So I might have to use a different camera to go live. Let me see. Okay. Mm. I don't know what's going on. I apologize about this, guys. I'm getting frustrated because I don't like this. I'm trying to get this. Okay, guys. Well, look, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Like I said, Matt, let me know, man, if it don't get any better, man, because I might have to just end the stream. I'm not gonna do nothing that's real bad quality, man. But guys, today's video is gonna be on scrambling quarterbacks versus pocket quarterbacks. I said what I said. Scrambling quarterbacks versus pocket quarterbacks. So now let me give you the breakdown. So guys, when you picking up fantasy and you trying to do fantasy and you trying to get better, you will learn that scrambling quarterbacks or quarterbacks that can move in the pocket is better to pick up than a great pocket quarterback. And the reason, look at Tom Brady. He won the Super Bowl. He's a great quarterback. I love Tom Brady. He's a hard worker. He's a beast. But I'm not picking him up in fantasy because that makes him one-dimensional. And one-dimensional quarterbacks can have an 18-point game and still win the game. And you like, well, yeah, I got whooped this week because I only scored 18 points. And then you play a guy with a scrambling quarterback, 2 picks, but he rushes for 2 touchdowns, and he end up having like 28 or 30 points, 28, 30 points. And you be like, dang, how did he get 28, 30 points? My quarterback played better. He threw for only like 2 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? But it's because those rushing yards, most of the time in these scoring formats, ESPN, any kind of scoring format, most of the time the scrambling quarterbacks gets rewarded a lot easier. That's why I like picking up guys like Lamar Jackson, even a guy like Jalen Hurts this year, because my floor is better with him than let's say a Tom Brady. Tom Brady just trying to win the game. He ain't trying to put up 40 points, 50 points. But the scrambling quarterbacks, they're gonna put up when they have great games, they're gonna put up 40 points, 50 points. So that's the reason why I want a scrambling quarterback. So guys, I'm gonna give you my list of pocket quarterbacks that are good that you can pick up and you can play. And I'm gonna give you some caveats with these guys, the guys that I think are hybrids, that are pocket quarterbacks, and also they can run the ball and they can also excel with rushing touchdowns in the green zone. So let me give you these guys. I'm gonna go through this list kind of fast because I got 13 of them. So I got Aaron Rodgers. Listen, I'm not going to be mad at anybody for getting Aaron Rodgers, but he's not going to be the first quarterback that I take off the board. I said what I said. He's not going to be the first quarterback that I'm taking off the board. So my number 2 quarterback that I like, that's pocket quarterback, and he's a hybrid, is Justin Herbert. I said what I said, guys. I love Justin Herbert. Actually, guys, I'm trying to get him far as like most in all my draft this year because I believe that he's going to be throwing the ball a lot. And yes, they got a strong run game, but they're going to be using Austin Eckler. They gave him a good deal. So they're going to be putting the ball in the air, guys. And that's a lot of fantasy points. So I'm not saying he's a better player than Aaron Rodgers right now, but he's going to be on his way, guys. He reminds me of like a Josh Allen mixed in with a Dan Marino. I said what I said. He reminds me of a Josh Allen mixed with a Dan Marino. So, because he's accurate. He's way more accurate than Josh Allen is. Josh Allen, he grew a lot this year. I got to give it to him. He had almost close to a 70% completion percentage. But Justin Herbert, as a rookie, had like a 66, 67 completion percentage, and it's going to go up. And this guy is very athletic. You know, this guy, he can move. He's like Cam Newton and Josh Allen. I said what I said. So, guys, you got my number 3 quarterback is Pat Mahomes. Then my number 4 is Tom Brady. My number 5 is Dak Prescott. My number 6 is pocket quarterback. These are pocket quarterbacks, and I'm ranking them. My number 6 is Baker Mayfield. My number 7 is Joe Burrow. Hopefully he comes back healthy, guys. He's going to be a great young quarterback. Number 8 is Ryan Tannehill. Now, my number 9, guys, he's like a hybrid. He's been a hybrid for a while. But the only reason why I got him number 9, he should be up a lot higher on my list. But the reason why I have him number 9 is because I don't know where he's going to be this year. It's Russell Wilson. I don't know where he's going. But either way, man, I feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if he stay in Seattle, they're not going to let him cook. You know what they say? Let Russell cook. I don't know if they're going to let him cook this year. That's why he wants to get out or make some different plans for the offense. My number 10 guy is Matthew Stafford. I like him. I like Matthew Stafford, but like I said, he's a pocket quarterback. My number 11 is Kirk Cousins, and I think Kirk Cousins is going to have a breakout season this year. He got 2 great weapons on the outside, so I like Kirk Cousins. Number 12 is Carson Wentz. I feel like he's going to get better with Frank Wright. He's going to be doing a lot of good things with Frank Wright. And number 13 is Matt Ryan. So those are my pocket quarterbacks, guys. So I'm going to give you my scramblers, and I only got 5 scrambling quarterbacks. These are the guys that are, I believe, that going to score higher than most of these pocket quarterbacks that you think is better than these guys. Other than my tweeners like Justin Herbert, he's a hybrid. Or Pat Mahomes, he's a hybrid. Like these guys can move. They can have rushing touchdowns too. And even Dak, but I don't know how Dak going to be off the injury. So my number 5 guy is going to be Jalen Hurts. I like Jalen Hurts. My number 4 is Deshaun Watson. And number 3 is Kyler Murray. And number 2 is Josh Allen. And number 1 is Lamar Jackson, guys. And these guys, I feel like you should be targeting for us in your fantasy. Don't target none of these pocket quarterbacks before you target these guys. I said what I said. Yes, Jalen Hurts is a little bit lower. You might want to get Aaron Rodgers over him, and that's okay. but I'm targeting these pocket quarterbacks over my I'm targeting these scrambling quarterbacks over the pocket quarterbacks because of their ceilings. So guys, you got any questions, hit me up in the chat. And again, Matt, let me know how's everything. Is it still buffering bad? Because if it is, man, I'm gonna have to end it, man. Let me see. Is it still buffering, Matt? Let me know, bro. If you're still in the chat or whoever's in the chat, guys, I appreciate it. If you let me know if it's buffering. If it is, then I might have to end this stream, and I apologize for this, but I'm doing the best I can, guys, and I'm gonna have to upgrade on my equipment or my internet or something. Okay, it's not buffering for you, Rex. I appreciate that, Rex. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. So yeah, man. So Rex, man, what's going on, bro? What's good, bro? I'm glad you here, man. I'm gonna start doing more lives, guys. Getting closer to the season. And I've been changing some equipment up, doing some different things with my cameras. And I apologize for some of the videos I've been doing my last 2 months. I didn't know the quality was that bad. Yes, guys. Yes, what Rex said. Make sure you subscribe, guys, because you're gonna get some cutting edge information. I agree. Yep, and I'm just doing scrambling quarterbacks versus pocket quarterbacks, man. I'm basically telling people, I got 5 scrambling quarterbacks, as in right now. And I got a couple guys that plays in the pocket, but they are like hybrid guys. They can do both. And so my 5 scrambling quarterbacks that I was telling people to target, Rex, was Jalen Hurts, Deshaun Watson, Kyler Murray, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson. Don't target a quarterback until these 5 guys is gone. And I know Jalen Hurts is negotiable. So okay. So if you want to get Aaron Rodgers over Jalen Hurts, I agree with that. You do that. Even Pat Mahomes. But I believe Pat Mahomes' numbers going to go down this year, guys, because I think they're going to focus on the run game a little bit more. Not much, not more. They're going to take the ball out of Pat's hands, but they will focus on Pat Mahomes and make him throw the ball underneath. That's how you make him beat you. Don't let him throw deep to Tyreek. Make him try to pepper Travis Kelce the whole game, and hopefully he don't make a mistake. But he can. So that's what the defense is going to do. But I think Justin Herbert, I could put him in the scrambling quarterback list. I said what I said. I could put Justin Herbert in the scrambling quarterback list. He's a hybrid, guys. And that's why he's probably my #1 targeted quarterback this year that I'm going to be telling y'all, my guys, to subscribe to this channel to go get. I believe he can finish as a #1 quarterback this year, guys. I said what I said. So listen, I'm giving you something. This is kind of Patreonish. Target Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen. I love that duo this year. And even with Austin Eckler. You target those guys, I feel like you being elite. And Justin Herbert still is ridiculous. So let me see what my homie Rex says. He said, "Do you think Ertz will go to the coach and be with Wentz?" It's possible, man. They need a tight end. I think Jack Doyle is good. And the big tall guy, Eli Khan. I forgot his name. He's big. He's a big guy. But Ertz will help them out. He can help those like Ellie, the big guy, the 6'8", 6'9" guy. He can help him learn him how to play a little bit better. But yeah, Ertz, man, got a few more years left in him. The injuries took a little toll on him, but he's still an elite tight end, bro. Yep. And also, man, So some of the scrambling quarterbacks, like I said, pocket quarterbacks is like Aaron Rodgers. It's okay to get him after some of these guys is gone. But you can get Justin Herbert with these scrambling quarterbacks. He actually can be on there, but I was just trying to make a point by putting him with the pocket quarterbacks, how explosive and how dynamic he is. He's kind of like Josh Allen mixed with Dan Marino, and I said that earlier in the stream. And then I named off guys like Baker Mayfield, Tom Brady, Dak Prescott, Ryan Tannehill. Those guys are regurgitated, man. Tomato. Those guys are not going to really win you your leagues. Now, if you can get one of these guys off the waiver wire because nobody picked them up, then that's different. But drafting these guys, these pocket quarterbacks, other than Aaron Rodgers, Justin Herbert, and Pat Mahomes, I wouldn't do it. And then Russell too. But I'm waiting. The reason why I got Russell down on this list because I want to find out where he's going, Reds. And also I like Matthew Stafford too. Because he's probably gonna be drafted in some of these, but I'm not gonna target him. I'd rather get another player that I can have and build my team up before I draft any of these other quarterbacks. And I also like Kirk Cousins too, Rex. I think Kirk Cousins is gonna be a great discount type quarterback, man. He might not even get drafted, but I believe with those two weapons of Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson and Dalvin Cook in the backfield and Irv Smith Jr., and that's neither here nor there. I love Irv Smith Jr. too. Kirk Cousins can have almost like an MVP season this year if the offense is right, if they play the right way. Let me see what my boy Rex said. He says, "Why so many great quarterbacks? I'm not going to draft too early next year. What with so many great quarterbacks, I'm not going to draft too early next year." I agree, but it's a couple of guys I believe Rex that are going to be the elite of the elite, and you want to get these guys again, it's going to be. So, yeah, you can do that. You can build your team up, bro. And I agree with that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a great drafting strategy. If you want to wait and get your quarterback later in the draft or get them off the waiver wire, I think you will have somebody there. That's a great idea. But if you playing in a quarterback premium league, Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Deshaun Watson, Justin Herbert, you will have to go get these guys because those guys – one of those, 2 or 3 of those guys going to be deep in the playoffs. So when you play in a fantasy and you go into the playoffs, I guarantee you Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, Deshaun Watson will be on one of those teams. And probably in the championship. 2 of those quarterbacks going to be in the championship, bro. But if you stack your team with killer receivers and killer running backs and a great tight end, you're right. You can have a Baker Mayfield or a Ryan Tannehill, or Matthew Stafford, or Kirk Cousins. So I love that what you're doing, Rex. I think I agree with you, bro. So let me see what Rex saying. Rex said, "What do you think of the Wilson rumors, and what did he said about the teams he would go to?" I love it. I love that players like quarterbacks are taking control of their career. And they being more like the NBA. I think the NFL needs the owners there they old school minded. They more like the old school dictator. Do what I said do. I pay you millions. Do what I said do. You ain't going nowhere. But you signed a contract. Remember, I did a video on Deshaun Watson last year, guys, right after he signed the contract, and I said that it was a bad idea for him to sign that contract. Now people look at it, ain't saying that, but this is the same thing. He should have never signed the contract. It's his fault that he signed the contract. Now, would they have franchise tagged him? Yeah, but he could have sat out and said, "I'm not playing." So yes, and I understand he had a secure bag. I get it, but he could have got more money. I would have gave them more pressure by them saying, I'd have been like, "Look, man, I need $200 million guaranteed." They're like, "What?" "Yeah, I need that because because y'all not listening to what I'm saying. So I need $200 million." And I understand he got injured. So I'm talking kind of like an armchair analyst. I get it. But when you sign a deal, man, you have to honor a deal, man. And it messes up the integrity of the league when guys don't want to honor their deals. So you have to be cutting edge. Before you sign a deal, you got to be like, "Look, everything in there that you want. No trade clause," which he did. But you got to put certain amounts of money, certain things that I got intel on. You got to consider with me. You got to talk with me. If not, it voids the contract. So when I get an offensive coordinator, you need to talk to me and I need to sign off on it. Yes, that can be fine. Yes, they did that with Steve Nash and Kyrie Irving in the NBA. If they didn't go with those guys wouldn't sign those deals. So they said, "Get Steve Nash and I'm coming." They did that. Then they signed. So that's what the NFL people got to do. You don't sign that. Then you sign that deal for 4 years And then, I got a bag now. Now, look, I said this. That's bad business. That's bad business. So I understand what you got to break the mold, but you just can't play. You can't sign deals and get money and use those guys like that. Stay true to the integrity of the contract. So make sure you put stipulations in there that nobody has ever did in history. I'm okay with that. If Russ Wilson put in the contract, so listen, every time I get a new offensive coordinator, you got to consult with me. If you don't, then you got to pay me an extra $5 million each year of bonus money. I'm okay with that. But don't sign that deal and then all of a sudden you get upset because you didn't have the year that you wanted to. That's Bush League. That's not good. So I'm gonna move on. But a great question, Matt. But yeah, Russell Wilson, I love what he's doing, and I want him to go to my Cowboys. Yes, I said it. And listen, I love that. But if that, go get your bag. So if Seattle want to give you what Russell's making, and you okay with that, I'm okay with that too. If we keep Dak, I'm okay. But I love what Russell Wilson is doing. I just think that he needs to be considerate of that you did sign that contract, bro. So, but let me go down. Matt Galloway says, "What's good, bro? Like and comment and subscribe. I appreciate that, bro." Rex says, "Do you think Texans will trade Watson, or are they going to make him sit all season?" I don't know, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. If they make him sit, the owner might have to give up that team. You remember how Sterling? I know there's two different situations, but it's not that much. Sterling from the Clippers about 5-6 years ago, when he said something about Magic Johnson was the N-word and stuff like that, and his girlfriend recorded it, they made him. He had to give up his team. Now, listen, the only way you can make a guy give up a team in a corporation like that within the NFL or the NBA or a sports franchise, he has to mess up the integrity of the league. And if players start coming out the draft and saying, "I'm not going to Houston," and they boycott him, he's going to have to sell. So if he's make Deshaun Watson sit for all year, no African Americans are going to want to play for him because they know what they did to Deshaun and what they were saying, and they know it's a racial thing going on in there a little bit, guys. And I'm not trying to make this be about race because trust me, I love everybody. I always want y'all to get that. This is not a race channel. I'm about for the world, for everybody. But I'm going to call it out when it's not right. And the things that they did talking about D-Hop, get your baby mamas out of here and all that, that's not good. So brothers don't want to go to no environment like that. And so they start boycotting. All the owners get to the 31 owners, not 32. It'll be 31. They get together and say, "Listen, man, we're going to pay you big time money. We're going to pay you $4 billion. And you got to sell your team, man, because nobody wants to come there and what we gonna do when people are sitting out all year? You draft the #1 overall, nobody wants to come to your team. They won't even enter the draft because you might pick them up. So he might have to be forced. So they better trade Deshaun Watson. They got to. That's what I believe. So Rex says, okay, yeah. So he said, "Do you think the Texans will trade Deshaun Watson, or are they going to make him sit all season?" So yeah, I don't think they're going to make him sit. If they do that, they have to sell that franchise, bro. Rex says, "Do you think CeeDee Lamb has what it takes to take over for the Amari Cooper as wide receiver one of the team?" Yes, I think they should have put Amari Cooper in the slot. Amari Cooper would be the best slot receiver in the league if they move into the slot. Put CeeDee and Gallup on the outsides if they do resign Gallup, and I love that, man. That's what I want to happen. CeeDee's just a little bit stronger and younger, and put Amari in the slot. Amari probably the top 3, top 2 route runner in the league. Matt L says, "Okay, begin editing. Debate night is coming. Get it all together." I don't know what that means, guys. Debate night is coming. Get it all together. Yeah, guys. So we got a debate night coming. Again, it's coming this Monday. So guys, tune in. It's gonna be fire. Me and my homie from Fantasy Headliners, Mac, and guys, we know we debating. So I'm gonna do it as a premiere. And it's only gonna be one position at a time, so it's not gonna be super long. But listen, guys, make sure you tune in. Moderators, make sure you tell everybody to tune in tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I'm gonna have a premiere starting, and I don't know which video I'm gonna release because I did about 3 or 4 debates. But guys, tune in tomorrow at 6 o'clock, and I appreciate it, guys. It's gonna be gas. Matt said the Texans particularly have Watson tied up in the dungeon at this point. Yeah, they do, but if they keep him in there, they probably will be forced to sell their franchise because nobody else gonna want to come there. No free agents, no draft picks, no none of that. Now some guys might. Bobby Smurder, what's good, bro? Hey, I'm glad to see you here, man. So, hey, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you have, bro, my bad. I'm glad you're here, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to me. He says, may God bless you and everyone and everything on this planet. Sending good vibes your way. I appreciate that, Bobby. Matt L says, I like it, Bobby. I do too, bro. I appreciate you, man. I really do, guys. Y'all, hey, I love doing this. Y'all motivate me, guys. He says, thank you, Bobby, for the good vibes. Much appreciated. That's what my homie Rex says. Matt L says, tune in to the debate on Monday, guys. Yes, at 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, guys, it's going to be a debate. It's going to be real nice. So me and Matt, like I said, guys, you know, all I do is win, win, win. You know, Mac ain't going to like me saying that, but he know what it is. So, guys, I want y'all to tune in. Make sure you comment, guys, who you think won the debate. Because he know he bringing his fantasy headliners, and they deep. You know what I'm saying? They the number one channel, guys. And listen, you know, I respect that. But that don't do nothing but make me want to work harder to get to where they at, guys. And they you know, we all fantasy football channels, so it's no beef or nothing like that. We all in this together. Much love for everybody, guys. But they are a really good channel. And Matt coming from there. And so I gotta put it down and let them know, like, hey, I'm good too. You know what I'm saying? I'm good too. I'm coming too. Rex says, tune in to the debate. Yes. Yep. TD spitting that straight facts. Yes, sir. So he says, pocket peasant must have it. Excuse me, guys. Let me wait a little bit and let that go off. Okay. So GDLT says pocket peasant must have a good O-line. I agree. So let me get back on topic a little bit. So yes, but it's all about scoring, bro. Listen, Tom Brady had a solid offense above average. Great. I ain't going to say great, but they was really good this year. They protected him like they supposed to. But did Tom Brady score the most points in fantasy? Did he even outscore Lamar Jackson? Let me give you some of my scrambling quarterbacks, right? That's what I'm talking about. Did Tom Brady outscore Deshaun Watson? Did he outscore Jalen Hurts on a per game set? I think he might have outscored Jalen Hurts just a little bit. But Jalen Hurts had like 3 games and he had like 30 points one time. So, guys, what I'm saying, pocket quarterbacks they win NFL championships. They win Super Bowls. They do. Especially guys like Tom Brady. But fantasy championships, doesn't matter if you win a Super Bowl. I want those 30 points, 40 points. Guys, I remember a couple games with Kyler Murray threw 2 picks and he still had 35, 40 points because he had 2 rushing touchdowns. So I got guys. So let me get guys, since this chat has got bigger, let me give you my list again. So I got these five scrambling quarterbacks, guys. You pick these guys up first. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, Deshaun Watson, and Jalen Hurts. Now, Jalen Hurts, it can be negotiable. You can trade him out with Aaron Rodgers. But so let me give you some of these pocket guys. And these guys can play, but they ain't giving you the same amount of points on a weekly basis. How many times did Ryan Tannehill play the perfect game, but he only scored 25 points? How many times did Kyler Murray had an average game or below average game, but still had more points than Ryan Tannehill, even though Ryan Tannehill had 3 touchdowns, 0 picks? But so it's about playing upside. So especially in your leagues now, I don't know your scoring formats, but most scoring formats, they reward rushing touchdowns more than they reward a passing touchdown. Or sometimes it's even. Or they reward like guys that are got rushing yards. So guys, that's what I'm saying. Like scrambling quarterbacks are at a premium because that's giving you the upper echelon quarterbacks. You're trying to get a guy that's, you know, putting points on the board all the time, always running around, making plays. That's why I'm talking about scrambling quarterbacks. So let me read out some of the pocket guys. So I like Aaron Rodgers. I'm not going to knock Aaron Rodgers. He won some people their leagues. But his bad games wasn't as good as Josh Allen bad games. Josh Allen bad games was better than Aaron Rodgers bad games. Josh Allen best games was better than Aaron Rodgers best games. But Aaron Rodgers just played consistent for NFL, for his NFL on the field, not for fantasy. Fantasy and playing on the field is 2 different things, guys. So, yeah, I agree with the offensive line. Yes, you need a good offensive line when you're a pocket quarterback. But for fantasy purposes, a scrambling quarterback is going to win your league, guys. Guys, just tell me about guys that you had that wasn't the number one quarterback or didn't win the MVP in the NFL, but still helped you win your league, like Deshaun Watson this year. He was a monster. He lost all his weapons and still put up 25 points. So, Justin Herbert, though, now that's the difference. I got a couple guys like Justin Herbert, Russell Wilson, and Pat Mahomes. These guys are they pocket quarterbacks, but they are scrambling quarterbacks too. And I feel like Justin Herbert guys could rush for 8 to 10 touchdowns this year. I said what I said. Let me drink some water, guys. I said what I said. And so Justin Herbert, I believe I didn't put him with the scrambling quarterbacks because I'm trying to show you how dynamic he is. He can play pocket game and he can play the quarterback choice game. He can be having goal line touches because this guy's like 240 pounds and he's going to be even stronger this year. So I got Aaron Rodgers, I got Justin Herbert, I got Pat Mahomes, Tom Brady, Dak Prescott, Baker Mayfield, Joe Burrow, Ron Tannehill, Russell Wilson, Matthew Stafford. All those guys are good quarterbacks, but don't draft them. Let them fall to you. You can pick up 4 or 5 of these guys after the draft is over. And another quarterback that I love, that is a pocket quarterback, is Kirk Cousins. With those Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson, Irv Smith Jr., Dalvin Cook, I love that offense. So you could pick Kirk Cousins, 15th round out of a 17-round draft. So yeah, guys. So yeah, I just want to let y'all know you don't target these pocket passing quarterbacks. Get the guys that's going to be running the ball. That guy going to have more touchdowns, kind of like Lamar. Lamar didn't have the best pocket last year, not this year, but the last year. He didn't have the best pocket game, but he still won you in your leagues because of putting up 40 points because he was rushing the ball. So let me get on, guys. Yeah, Matt S said 100%. He agreed with GLDLT. And hey, GDLT, I'm glad you're here, man. I appreciate you, bruh. Subscribe to the channel. I'm pretty sure you subscribe because I didn't see you here, bro. I appreciate you being here, man. And Matt S said 100%. He agreed with him. Then he said, GDLT said scramblers need to be better at passing the football. Yes, but these guys can pass the football. I'm not just talking about some guy running around that can't throw that's non-accurate. Look, guys, you remember what Josh Allen did his first 2 years? Josh Allen finished like one of the best top fantasy quarterbacks, and he was terrible with that. He was like a 50% accuracy quarterback, but he still was scoring them 25, 28, 30 points. GDLT said, I want Russell Wilson over Kyler. Or Kyler. Yes, I do. I like that. Yes. I'm sorry. He said or Kyler. Yes, and I want Russell Wilson. I'm really not targeting him. He's good. He's great. But I want Kyler. Kyler is my quarterback. I want Kyler and I want Justin Herbert. Those are my 2 guys that I got a feeling, guys, that are going to be exceptional this year. Rex says Stafford is going to make Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, and Cam Akers even better. I agree. And so he's going to fall for you, but I'm not going to draft him. I'm not going to now after these 5. Say I wait and I wait for my quarterbacks, and all these 5 scrambling quarterbacks they go off the board, and then some of these top like Aaron Rodgers and Justin Herbert and Pat Mahomes go. Yeah, then I'm going for Stafford. Then if I got to, I'm like, look, man, Stafford's left here. I got a strong team. I got a strong tight end. I got some strong backs. I got some strong receivers. Okay, yeah, I'm about to go pick up Matthew Stafford. That's okay. Later in the draft, but don't do it in the first 10 rounds. I wouldn't do it. It's too many good. Baker Mayfield might have a great year this year, and I think he can. I don't think he's going to throw a lot of picks. They're going to run into Nick, and Kevin Stefanski is going to play the run game. So he's going to be running the ball in play action, and he's going to be throwing the driver, spreading it out. And I believe that's a winning formula. And then Matt S says, all right, I got to get going, TD. Good stream. Appreciate that, Matt. I appreciate you being here, bro. Matt L says, peace. Hit the sub button, guys. Yes, please do that. GDLT said Justin Herbert. Yep. Scrambling quarterbacks with bad running backs are decent enough with a decent enough O-line. Yeah. Yep. So look, everybody got to have a good O-line. Like Lamar Jackson got a good O-line. You need a good O-line, man. I don't care. Like anywhere you go, man, you got to build your O-line up. I don't, Russell Wilson, by the time when he was younger, he had bad O-lines. but that's not good. That's why he's complaining now. You need a good offensive line, no matter how good you is. Offensive line always matters. Rex says Burrow had like the worst O-line ever and still was putting up good points. I agree. That's why, listen, he will be up farther, but he got an injury. That's the only reason why I ain't having him up, because that guy can move. He's a tweener, guys. He can move in the pocket. He can scramble. He can have you 7 to 8 rushing touchdowns if he has to. GDLT says I won't even draft Trey Lance on waivers. I agree, bro. That's a great strategy. Just stack your team and then pick up what's left over, and then you can work the waiver wire and find you the next Justin Herbert like somebody did last year. He said GDLT says I think Rams still need a DK Metcalf type of receiver. Depends on how that run game is. They gotta have some. They need a big time number one threat, and I mean that can be a running back, that can be a receiver, that can be a tight end or whatever. But if Cam Akers or that running game can help take over the game, then they'll be fine. They'll be fine with Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp to get it done. But they do need a fast receiver. I think they need somebody to make the safeties back up a little bit. So if they can find somebody in free agents or the draft that's fast, like a 4-3 guy, I believe that'll help Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp up all day, bro. So I get exactly what you're saying. I agree 100%. They need something else to help stretch the field, so everybody don't be playing for the crosses and the play action all day. And GDLT also says Rams need an offensive weapon. Their defense is great. He said their defense is fair. Yep. Rams need an offensive weapon. Their defense is good. Yeah, their defense is good, bro. If that's what you mean, their defense is straight. But they just need a bell cow, somewhere where everybody got to respect. And even if he's not the number one receiver, that everybody's like, look, we can't let him get deep. That's what Brandon Cooks did to this offense a couple years ago. But they can find somebody else to do that too, bro. Let me see. He says, whoever is Carolina quarterback will probably have good points. I like that. I agree. Because that quarterback, that coach, I love his scheme. I'm telling you, listen, that college schemes are coming to the NFL. Those are the best schemes. Remember, I said it. This is Patreon stuff. College schemes are the best schemes out there, guys. So target guys that got these college schemes. That's why I'm going out to Kyler Murray, because it's a college scheme. Look at how the quarterback scores in college schemes and fantasy. They do very well. Let me see. Rex says, I hope Stafford can get himself a Super Bowl now that he's out of the unlucky lines. I think he can, man. With that defense that they got, if Aaron Donald come back and give you 15 sacks again and play good in the playoffs, mostly in the playoffs, yes, they can do it. And Jalen Ramsey, and they got another good second corner out there, guys. Safeties, linebackers, they good. They got a good, solid defense. I like these guys. So, yes, Matthew Stafford can go win a ring this year or in the next 3 years. Yep. So, yeah, guys. So I just wanted to talk to y'all about scrambling quarterbacks. Yeah, and when I say scrambling, I might be doing them being disingenuous to them, because these guys can throw. I'm not picking no quarterback. Jalen Hurts, that's why he's number 5. But I believe he can. He's accurate. I do. He's a hard worker. So these scrambling quarterbacks can throw. Josh Allen I think he was around 70% completion percentage, just somewhere close to that. Kyler Murray was around, he might not have been close to 70, but he was like 65. He's gonna get better too. This guy really accurate. He throws darts. Deshaun Watson, we know what he is, and maybe they keep him in the doghouse or whatever. But if they do that, the Houston Texans, they will. I forgot the guys, the owner name, McNair. They won't have to sell the team because nobody's gonna want to come there. Because they know they did use Deshaun Watson wrong. If they didn't, they would have been putting out stuff with Deshaun. We didn't do anything wrong. We consulted with you, but they didn't. They lied to him, and that's why they're trying to make up for it. And so if they don't go and let him go and move on forward and start getting a new PR person in there and start letting other players in the league know, listen, we made a mistake. This will never happen again. And just kind of cater to that for a while, they might be forced to sell the team, because it's going to hurt the league when people that's going to enter the draft and say, listen, if the Houston Texans draft me, I'm not going. So say a lot of people start doing that, then they're going to come to the McNairs and say, listen, we're going to force y'all out, because they have a right to do that. Only if they've done something that's detrimental to the league. And by them holding Deshaun Watson and won't trade him, and people seeing that from different minority backgrounds, That's not going to look good. That's bad PR. Nobody's going to want to see them games, and that's going to hurt the NFL's pockets, and they can force them out of there. Let me see. He said Lamar GDLT says Lamar going to be pissed off this coming year. He been MVP candidate again soon, hitting his prime. Yes, I agree. And listen, man, he ain't doing it but getting better. But with the mistakes that he made in that Buffalo game, he's going to learn from that. And I love J.K. Dobbins, and I think they should pick up A.J. Green. But look, that's another video. I'll talk about that later. But I think they should pick up A.J. Green. I think A.J. Green is going to do really, really well. He's not the old A.J. Green, but they need a jump ball receiver. So if A.J. Green can have 6 or 7 touchdowns from a jump ball receiver type, and or some big first downs for him on third down, like, okay, you stopping the run, and A.J. Green 1-on-1, and I throw it up for a jump ball, and he come down with it, that's going to make this whole offense almost unstoppable, guys. And that's what they need. They need a big play receiver that's tall for a jump ball. And Dez one, he's not that point. He's not at that point at his career. I'm sorry. He's not a jump ball receiver right now. He was 6 years ago, but right now he's not. Rex says, do you think Drew Brees is really retiring? Everyone is assuming, but it's no official statement. The way he looked his last game, man, I would say that. But listen, I don't never doubt no athlete, because they lose, man, they get mad and they want to prove the world wrong. So, bruh, I don't know. Until he make that announcement, I'm like you. Until he makes that announcement, I'm not saying anything. But I think he's going to. But I wouldn't put no money on it until he make the announcement, because this is Drew Brees. He's a winner, and he ain't. It's like Big Ben. He's not retiring like that. Big Ben's not gonna retire, go out like that. He ready to take $1 million a year and come back and go far deep in the playoffs before he go and just retire on a bad year when everybody said he's terrible or whatever. These guys are athletes, and they listen and they hear what's going on. Yep. So, guys, like I said, I appreciate everybody being here. Like I said, any kind of questions? Let me see if I got some other things that I want to talk about, guys. Yeah, so I did a video on Marcus Mariota. I like him too. He's part of that scrambling quarterback. I didn't put him here because I had did a different video, so I want to talk about guys I hadn't talked about. But Marcus Mariota is a guy that I feel like is a sleeper that is going to be doing really well this year. I don't know where he's going. I would love to see him in New England. If he goes to New England, guys, you pick him up. You don't draft him like early or nothing, first, second, third, fourth round. But when some of these big guys' names come off, and you got to pick between like Ryan Tannehill, Kirk Cousins, Carson Wentz, even Matt Ryan, then I'm going with Mariota because of the running game. Like, Mariota can have 7 or 8 touchdowns around the green zone. So yes, I like Mariota this year. Like, guys, let me see what else. Some of the teams that they saying they was looking at, like, I like him in Washington. I don't know if Washington gonna pick him up. I like I said, New England. Now he's not now Pittsburgh. I don't think Big Ben is going anywhere, so he's not gonna go there. But Houston or Chicago. And now Chicago's a little bit colder. I don't want to see Mariota in the cold, but he could be if he's okay with that. He think he can play in that cold, that wind coming off that water in Chicago, then that's up to him. But at Houston, I think I'd have been done. If I was Houston, I was like, look, man, I'll go ahead and get 3 or 4 first rounds or whatever I can get for Deshaun, and then start moving on to a Mariota and draft me a quarterback to be groomed. That's what I would do. Houston, move on. So Rex said, if Drew Brees did retire, would you like Taysom Hill in fantasy? Yes and no. I don't think until they say they give Taysom Hill the full Rams, like he a full-time starting quarterback, then yeah. But I think, and I talked about this in one of my earlier videos, guys, I think that New Orleans are going to do a 2-quarterback system. So yes, Taysom Hill on certain games and certain opportunities, he will prevail. But I'm not going to pick him for an everyday quarterback to be like a 30, 40 points every week quarterback. He's not. I don't know if they're gonna do that now. If he get the full Rams and they say, listen, he's our starting quarterback, James is not gonna be in. We might put James in on some plays. Then yes, I like Taysom Hill. But if they don't do that, then I kind of want to use Taysom Hill. I don't know. I might not even touch Taysom Hill because Taysom Hill cost me my league. And what I mean, not Taysom Hill itself, but ESPN cheated me. I picked up Taysom Hill like the last round because I knew this could happen, and then so he was at tight end, and I kept him on my team. And then they put him at quarterback, and then they kind of like said, yeah, you can't keep him at. He's not going to be able to be used at tight end and stuff no more. And I'm like, that's not fair. Not when I drafted that guy with that on there. If he wasn't that from the beginning of the year, then yeah, I get it. But you can't flip flop his positions in the middle of the year. You got to let him stay for what he is, and whoever got him, they got him. And it is what it is. That way, if you want to draft him in the first round, that's on you. But ESPN knocked me off, and I would have had him. I wouldn't have came in second. I would have won the league. But that's neither here nor there. But no, man. I believe it's going to be a 2-quarterback system there. They're going to be rotating these guys in, and Sean Payton this is coming back. And one of my homies, he's part of the channel. His name is Conscious Machine. He talked about that when he played in college that they use a 2-quarterback system, and that's it's going to start happening. 2-quarterback systems because when you got these gadget guys like Taysom Hill, yeah. But listen, it's going to be hard. All quarterbacks can't do it, but Taysom Hill is a guy that can do that. Yep. So let me see if there's anything else to talk about, guys. Another thing, guys, I want to bring up is Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Try to team those guys up. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. I believe Nick Chubb can finish as an RB1 this year. He didn't have too many carries this year. Kareem Hunt helped him a lot, and they help each other out. So if you pick up Nick Chubb, try to get Kareem Hunt. You can play these guys together. So one of them have 30 points, the other one have 15, vice versa. You still getting all those points in those backfield, and that backfield is a premium because they're going to run the ball a lot. So it ain't all about players. It's about premium backfields with good offensive line. If that offensive line is going to be dominant, then you want the backs, just like Indianapolis. I think Jonathan Taylor is a good back. But I'm not picking him up because I think he's going to be the next Jerome Bettis or Barry Sanders. That offensive line is a great offensive line. So that's why I'm picking up Jonathan Taylor. So, guys, follow the offensive line. So that's why I like Nick Chubb this year. Guys that I'm a little wary on a little bit that they might start rotating out because he's been hurt a little bit. Josh Jacobs. Now, he might be a good discount back that you can pick up later, and then he might end up doing very well for you where you can put him in the flex. But Bell Calling him this year, I don't know, man. He just stayed a little nicked up. Hopefully he don't stay as nicked up. But I love that offensive line too, and I love that run game. I don't know if Derek Carr gonna be there. I believe so. So another guy is like Ezekiel Elliott. I don't know. I just want to wait and see. Let somebody else have that. Yes, I think Ezekiel Elliott is still gonna get 15 to 20 carries. But however that's used, I don't know. If Dak Prescott there, is Andy Dalton there, who knows? Yep, guys. Like I said, guys, thank you for being here. Make sure you guys that y'all tune in tomorrow at 6 because I'm gonna have it's gonna be a debate night. Me, Matt from Fantasy Headliners gonna go at it. And like I said, guys, make sure y'all comment and subscribe. It's gonna be a premiere. So I want y'all in the live chat with me. Let me see. So yeah, I'm about to put my some of my links in, guys. Okay, so okay, Rex says, I think people might forget about T. Higgins next. Yes. So I did it. Let me see. I'm gonna talk about T. Higgins. Yes, they will next year because Joe Burrow got hurt and Higgins might fall lower in the draft. I agree. So I did a video about these guys, and here's my top five second-year wide receivers, guys. And make sure you go watch this video. It's called Top 5 Wide Receivers Going into Your 2021 Season. Second year receivers. And those were my number 5 guy was Chase Claypool. My number 4 guy was CeeDee Lamb. My number 3 guy was Brandon Ayuk. And my number 2 guy was T. Higgins. And my number 1 guy was Justin Jefferson. So T. Higgins was my number 2 guy. And yes, when Joe Burrow come back, and I think Joe would be okay off the knee injury. I just want to wait and see about that, Rex. That's nervous. That makes me nervous a little bit. But T. Higgins, I'm picking him up. I love T. Higgins. I think he's going to be a great second-year receiver. he's going to have 1,000 yards this year. If he would have had it this year, if he wouldn't have got hurt, he missed like 2 or 3 games at the end of the season. So, yeah, I agree with that. Rex, you want it. Rex, you're going to win this league, guys. Listen, guys, make sure you hit me up at my Gmail. If you for this year when we're coming up, not right now, but for it's coming up, hit me up where I'm gonna do consultations, guys, with you. Where we can do drafts like I'll be with you and help you draft from the beginning to the end, guys. As long as it's like the same day draft, not no long like 30, 48 hour draft. But if it's like a draft and it's gonna be going on for 3 to 4 hours, yes, I will be with you to draft. Be with you to draft every player. And I haven't gave a price for that yet, but it's of course it's not free, but it's not. I'm not gonna kill you either, guys. And I might even throw some extra stuff in there when you pay for that, what you get. You know what I'm saying? So just stay tuned with me, guys. But I want y'all to get my flavor of drafting because a lot of y'all came in this year. I didn't do a lot of preseason stuff, so a lot of players that y'all had I would have never touched. Not saying that I was right on every single one of those players, but most of I came in second in my leagues, guys. And I came in third in another league that I should have won, but some guy went crazy at the end and beat me by a couple points, so I came in third in that one. But guys, I dominated my leagues. Sometimes you can't win it, right? But as long as you can come in there and be ready for the championship, that's all you can ask for. So yeah, those are my 5 receivers, second-year receivers that I'm targeting this year. Rex says I'm gonna win my league again next year. My league mate's gonna be mad. Yes. And bro, you nice. I can tell the questions that you ask. You ask really good questions, so I know you good. And maybe you can be in one of my. I might have a listener leagues, Rex, and you can be in one of my listener leagues. So maybe I got to quit giving you content. But yeah, guys. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, Rex. Hey, I appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Y'all stay true. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. And guys, I see y'all Monday. Don't forget to be here at 6 o'clock. See you later, Rex.